Hi, everybody. Are you ready to return to life with this introductory Pilates flow? We'll work through the entire body. All you need is yourself and an exercise mat. When you're ready, you can step onto the mat, taking one deep breath in and an exhale out. Open the feet to hip distance apart. Inhale again, raising the arms overhead. And then on your exhale, candy cane dive, curling through the shoulders, the spine, stretching down, finding the floor if you can. Inhaling at the bottom. Exhaling to slowly roll back up from the tailbone, through the mid-back, the shoulders. Inhale, arms overhead. Repeat that. Dive forward. Exhaling, one vertebrae at a time, stretching to the mat. Inhale at the bottom, and exhale, peel up, stacking the shoulders over the hips. Inhale, arms overhead. We'll do this 2 more times, working through at your own pace, warming up the body, stretching out the back of the legs. Finding increased range of motion each time you work through a full repetition. One more time. Diving forward, exhaling, rolling through the spine, stretching to the mat, inhaling at the bottom, and exhaling to roll up through the hips, the low, the mid, and upper back. Finish arms overhead, then release them down to the hips. Step forward all the way to the top of your mat. We'll take a Pilates lower down to the mat by crossing one foot behind you, then lowering down, hips to the mat. Tuck the knees and remain seated. Lower the arms down to the sides of the ankles. Inhale, reach the arms overhead again. Exhale, open them out to the side. Reach back overhead and curl into a stretch, tapping the toes. Lift up, open the arms, close overhead, arch forward. Continuing our stretching, bringing warmth into the body, getting you ready to move. Moving faster now as we get warmer. And with each repetition, you can start to lean back a little bit, shoulders back, getting more of an ab warm up. You can take these slower if you'd like. We have time for a few more repetitions. Time your inhale with the arm movement and your exhale with the reach forward. Continuing to lean back slightly each time you open those arms. Last one, you'll reach up, stretch the feet out, and slowly roll down to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. We'll take our knees up to a tabletop position. This means that your knees are bent to 90 degrees and the knees are directly over the hips. We'll warm up and activate the deep abdominal muscles by taking one foot to the floor, leaving the other foot in tabletop and reaching the opposite hand, pressing the palm across to the knee. Just pressing the knee and the palm together here and feeling that deep ab activation. We'll switch to the other side through the tabletop. Place the opposite hand across, palm to knee, creating pressure between the knee and the hand. It's a gentle contraction, just enough to feel that deep abdominal activation. Switch back to your first side again. Hold the sustained contraction, taking a couple breaths. One more time, switch to the other side and hold. Release the palm and the foot back to the mat. We'll take some pelvic curls or pelvic rocking here. This means you're going to tilt the hip bones towards the rib cage, pressing the back flat onto the mat, then releasing back to the neutral spine. So I'm just rocking the hips towards the head, releasing them back towards the feet. Work through on your own. You can use the hands to cue you with the fingers on the ribs and the hips, or you can relax them to the sides of the body, palms to the mat. Careful not to squeeze through the glutes here. It's still an abdominal warm-up, deep in the ab muscles. Work through a couple more. Finding that range of motion, and then place yourself back into a neutral spine so there's a little space between the back and the mat. Let's go into your ab work. Hands behind the head, starting with 4 abdominal curls. Lift, release, 2, 3, and 4. Bring one knee to tabletop. Straighten the leg out and kicks. Straight leg kick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower that foot down, but keep it off the mat, alternating a curl and a kick. Curl, kick. 3, kick, and 4, kick. Double crunch, knee to chest. Tuck it in and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat the kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alternate. Curl up and down. Kick up, down. 2, kick, 3, kick, and 4, kick. Now double crunch in, tuck the knee and curl. 1, 2, 3, exhale with that tuck and lift. 4, kick it out. Place that foot on the ground. Release the hands, palms to the mat, and we will go into an opening set of shoulder bridges. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, peel up off the mat into your shoulder bridge. Connected through the toes, the balls, and the heels. Then release spine back down to the mat. Continue lifting and lowering. Lift and lower. Up for 4, 5, 6, halfway there. Working through the glutes, the hamstrings, activating the back of the body, active through the arms, palms connected to the mat. Let's take it up and hold in your shoulder bridge. Sustain that glute squeeze. Pressing the feet, hands, shoulders into the mat. And release back down. Fold the hands behind the head and return to that quick set of abdominal curls. Up 4, 3, 2, 1. Prepare for kicks with the other leg. Pull up the knee to tabletop, straighten it out, and kick up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg out, alternating. Abdominal curl to kick. Curl and kick. Keeping the body still through the kick and the leg still through the lift. Double crunch in, tuck and lift. 2, 3, and 4. Repeat the set. Kick, straight leg up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Curl and kick. Up, down. Exhale, lift. Lower and kick. Lift, lower and kick. One more. Lift, lower and kick. Double crunch in. Last set. Knee to chest. Lift. 2, 3, and 4. Place the foot back down on the mat. Palms to the mat. One more set of bridges, same as last time. Inhale to prepare. Ground the feet to the mat and lift into your bridge 12 times. Lift and lower. As you come up into your bridge, be careful not to hyper extend here. You need your hips only to come up so there's a straight line from the knee to the hip to the shoulders. You don't need to pop those hips really high. Works just as effectively to keep it in alignment here. 2 more. Press, release. Press, release, and take it up and hold. Connecting the feet, the palms, the back of the arms, the shoulders to the mat, neck relaxed, collarbone open. Inhale one more time and exhale, release. One more series on your back. Let's pull both feet up to tabletop. Let your arms come out to the sides a little more to give yourself space to rotate the knees over to one side, twisting through the spine, letting the opposite hip come off the floor, then rotating over to the other side, keeping the opposite shoulder anchored as the hip lifts. These modified windshield wipers, great stretch for the back and some initial work for those oblique muscles, the side abs. Trying to keep the knees and the ankles pressed together as you rotate over to the side. Using the abs, not just your momentum, to control through the motion. Inhaling over Exhaling through the center. One more complete set. Rotate. Return to center and rotate. Return to center. Bring the hands back closer to the hips, preparing for kicks, 1 foot at a time. Kick it out and in, other foot out, in. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now kick it out and in, a little reverse curl up, down, other foot out, in, curl up, down, kick, tuck, curl, pressing the palms into the mat to get the lower body off the mat. Kick out, tuck in, reverse, curl, kick, tuck, reverse, curl. One more set, out, in, curl, and out, in, curl, release. Now just one set of reverse curls up and down. Lift, lower, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower the feet back to the mat and prepare for your final set on your back. This will be side crunches. Fold the hands behind the head. Cross one foot over the opposite knee. And exhale, lifting elbow towards the knee. Up for 2. Lift, then twist. 3, 4, 5, 6, halfway. Stillness through the hips, 1 foot grounded to the mat. Nice big twist through the spine. Shoulder lifting off the mat. Let's switch sides. Cross the other foot over. Prepare with an inhale and exhale up. Release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, halfway, same pace, keep going. Almost there. 3 more times. Lift, lift, and lift, and release. Uncross the foot, place the hands by the hips, tuck the knees in, and roll back to a seated position. Swing the feet around, splitting the knees and coming to a Z sit. Preparing for a mermaid stretch to continue our side body work and preparing for that side series that's coming next. Stretch over the front leg, lift back to a seated position, lifting both arms up. Stretch it over, inhale, exhale, sit up. 4 more of these mermaid stretches. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale over, exhale up. Lower the hands, prepare to come down to the side by sliding the bottom arm out, bottom foot, placing the hips to the back of the mat, sliding the whole body down and folding that arm under to keep the head and neck in alignment with the rest of the spine. Hover 1 foot up so the hip, knee, and ankle are in line, then kick and lower right back to that spot. So you're not going to let the foot drop all the way down. You're keeping a little space, keeping control, keeping that top hip stacked. It's 12 kicks right here. Feeling it through the side, the obliques and the side glutes. Kick, lower, kick, lower, and kick, lower. We're gonna tuck the top foot back behind you, trying to keep that upper hip up as much as you can, squeezing through the glute. Then an inner thigh kick up and down 12 times. Really working through the front of the body, the back of the body, and the side of the body for control here. Definitely feeling those inner thighs on the bottom leg. Last one. These are quick. Release the top foot back so the hip, knee, and ankle are in line. One more set. You're going to kick forward and swing back. 2, 3, 4. These are harder to control. You can keep the kick smaller to start, then make the kick bigger as you are able to keep the upper body still. Swing and forward, back, forward, back, feeling it through the front of the body, especially as the leg comes forward. Tap it down. Let's press the body back up off the mat and come to one more Z sit, just like we started with. It's like a mermaid, but we're going to thread through and twist here. Little break before we go to the other side. You're gonna thread through and reach back up to the ceiling. Exhale to twist through. Inhale to reach. Enjoy these stretches, especially for the side of the body that we just worked. Reach through and up, through, big twist, stretch to the ceiling, and finish it up. We'll go to the other side. You can swing your feet around. Find your Z sit, opposite foot to knee, and prepare for the mermaid over the top leg, stretching it up and sitting tall. No twisting yet. The first set is just a straight side bend for 3. Exhale, lift. 4, and lift. Good stretch on that bottom outer thigh, the one we just worked. And reach over, sit tall. Let's slide down to the side series on the other side now. Stretch the bottom arm out, fold the hand under the head. Stack the hips and raise the leg up, foot, knee, and hip in line. Straight kicks up and down, lift, lower. 2, 3, 4, keep going. 8, still through the upper body. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Inner thigh kicks, fold the top leg behind you, squeeze the glute behind you, and lift, lower. 2, 3, 4, 5. Work through the front and side of the body, co-contracting with the inner thigh. Just a couple more right here. Lift, lower, lift, lower, and squeeze, and squeeze. Release the top foot back to hip, knee, and ankle in line. Get ready for the swings. Kicking it forward and back, starting smaller, then increasing the range. Slowing it down to make sure that you are in control of the motion. You don't want to come forward with just a kick and then not be able to release and control the kick back. It should be a steady movement forward and back. Really smooth. Finish up by tapping the foot down, releasing the arm back to the mat, pressing up, and now you're ready for the twisting mermaid. Hold the arm up to the ceiling, then rotate through, thread the needle, and untwist, release, exhale through, inhale up, reach, squeezing and getting that deep rotation in. Your obliques are fully warmed up and connected here so you can get a good deep twist. Let's sit back up and come to a quadruped series, but we're going to start in a child's pose. Press the hips back into the heels, keep the palms secure to the mat. Inhale to prepare, then exhale, lift your body up and kick one foot out. Tuck the knee back in, press back to child's pose, lift and kick the other leg out and in. Great warm up for quadruped series. Push it back and kick, stretch back and kick. Keep alternating one side to the other, working into a back series to finish up our workout today. Careful not to twist or bend the spine excessively here. You want to keep yourself in a good neutral spine. As you work through, kick one leg out, tuck it back, and the other leg out, tuck it back. Bring yourself to quadruped position. Ensure that your shoulders are over your wrists and your hip is over your knee. Stretch one foot out, it's a straight leg kick up. Ankle, knee, and hip in line. Then tuck it in, kick it out, tuck it in, and kick it out. Just two more because we're moving into a combo series. Tuck, hold the kick out, baby kicks down and up, straight leg, 2, lift, 3, lift, and 4, lift. Release that foot back to the mat, switch sides, straight leg up, tuck it in, 1, and out, 2, stretch, 3, 4, hold it out, baby kicks, down and up, 2, 3, and 4, lift it up, tuck it in, switch sides, same set, tuck, stretch, 2, 3, 4, hold it out, little kick, down and up, 2, 3, and 4, lower it down, switch sides, one more time, straight leg out, tuck it in with control, stretch it out, 2, 3, 4, hold it out, little kicks, down and up, 2, 3, finish up, 4, tap it down, one more set from quadruped. It's a swimmer exercise, opposite arm and leg, lift up, finding your balance, lower down, switch to the other side, opposite arm and leg, lift, hold for control, and release. Switching one side to the other side. Here is a really good opportunity to take these at your own pace. If you have a lot of wobbles, just slow down, find the balance, then switch. Only increasing speed as long as you can maintain that control. No twisting or excessive bending through the spine. Complete your last set here. Stretch it out, tuck it in, and now we'll lower down to the tummy. One more set of back work here. Keeping the hands pressed palms to mat right by the shoulders. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift up into a baby swan. Just trying to maintain a light pressure through the hands. This is back work, not arm work. You want to use the back muscles to lift you off the mat, gradually lifting into a higher arch. Some people have more flexible backs than others, so you might find it easy to get through the range of motion here, but are you in control of the motion? That is always the priority. Muscle, not momentum. Lower the chest back down to the mat. We'll pick up the hands, reach the arms overhead so the elbows and the wrists are off the floor. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, wave the arms around, lift the upper body and legs together into a locust pose. Release back, wave the arms overhead. Borrowing this one from yoga. Great way to get the entire back line of the body activated. Using the motion of the arms, pairing it with the breath to lift up into that nice extension. Release, exhale, up, squeeze. Inhale, release, keeping a connection through the abs so you don't pinch the back. Release, we are almost there. Reach it up. Lower with control. One more if you can. Reach, lengthening and lifting. And release. We're going back to a swimmer exercise, this time from the extended position. It's opposite arm and leg lifting, so stretch out the hands all the way overhead. Exhale to lift, opposite arm and leg, and lower. One side to the other side, lift, and switch. Back and forth. Long spine. Head is lifted, but not too high. You should be looking right at your hands. Again, abs activated, so there's no pinching in the back. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. A few extra on this set. We're getting so close to the finish. We only have one more. You ready for it? We're going to fold the hands under the forehead. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders off the mat, just hovering the arms up, lower down. Kick one leg up, lower down. Exhale, lift the upper body just a couple inches, lower, other leg kick, and down. That's your pattern. Lift, lower, kick, down. If you need to place the hands back by the shoulders for a little more support so the palms are on the floor, that's just fine. I know you're probably getting tired. This back work is always the most challenging work, but it's okay to save it to the end because we know we're almost through the workout. You're doing so great. Lift and lower, kick, down. Let's do one more set. Lift and lower, kick down, lift and lower, kick and down. Great job. You have completed the workout portion here. We're going to take a few extra minutes for a full body stretch. Come back into child's pose. Hips to heels, stretch through the glutes, the back, and the shoulders. Relaxing. You can walk the hands to one side to increase the side body stretch. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Walk the hands over to the other side. Side body stretch here. Then walk the hands back to the center. Take one more inhale through the nose. Then on your exhale, lift the body up, stretch it out for an ab stretch with a baby cobra pose, borrowing it from yoga. You can go from the elbows. You can also go from the hands. It's really just as effective if you go from the elbows. You don't need to press really high up into that stretch if you don't want to. Our stretches should be held for 10 to 30 seconds. So just relax here. Press yourself back up when you're ready. We're going to cross the legs, come into a hip and hamstring stretch to finish your stretching series. Circle the arms up, reach forward, place the palms on the mat. And just relax here. Take one more breath, inhaling through the nose, walking the hands back up, stretch the feet out for a hamstring stretch. Reach forward. You can place your hands on the knees, the shins, or all the way down to the ankles or feet. Making sure you feel a good stretch through the hamstrings, through the glutes, through the back. And that is a wrap for our first full-length workout. Thank you for joining. If you're here for the 4-week challenge, let me know in the comments below so I can support you through your journey. Make sure you are subscribed so you get notifications every time a new workout is released. I'll see you tomorrow.